the management of Mastek. Huge cut seen in that stock today. It's down almost 20% after the numbers looked very weak. Profits are down 40% this time. Take a look.
And essentially the quarter saw some revenue dips, which also had an impact on profitability. But overall, I think the positioning that Mastek has, especially within the UK, as a leading player in digital transformation, and we all know that digital is a major opportunity within the IT space today. And Mastek has been actually responsible for very many large digital transformation programs over the last 18 to 24 months. And that actually we see as a very big market opportunity for us. This quarter did see that we added 11 new accounts, which was a good addition as compared to the 5 accounts we added last quarter. And even the order backlog, we normally talk about the 12-month order backlog, that saw an uptake. So in general, I think we are poised well for growth. The second half should be much better than the first half, both in terms of growth and profitability. And we remain excited about being one of the few players who offer innovative bespoke solutions in the area of digital transformation, both in the area when we serve customers in government, in financial services, and in retail. And the demand for that looks pretty buoyant as we go forward. I'll hand it over to our VP of Finance, Anand Takrar, who's going to take you through the numbers.
Okay, thank you, Sudhakar. And as Sudhakar mentioned, we've seen a bit of a dip both from a top line and a bottom line perspective. So let me just take you through the numbers. At an operating revenue perspective, we were at 131 crore compared to 133 crore. In total income terms, we were at 137 crore compared to 139 crore. And in terms of earnings, we were at 8.9 crore compared to 16.6 crore. And at the bottom line level, we were at 2.7 crore compared to 4.4 crore. So in overall terms, as we said, there has been a bit of a dip, and that was primarily due to a couple of large programs coming to a closure last quarter and the replenishment of those taking a little bit more time. But from the business perspective, as Sudhakar mentioned, we closed 11 new clients, 10 of them in the UK and 1 of them in India. And from an order backlog perspective, we saw a good improvement to 224 crore compared to 212 crore. And also a good improvement from a billing utilization perspective at 83% compared to 80% last quarter. In terms of cash and cash equivalents, we were at 130 crore, which was a slight reduction from last quarter of 137 crore, primarily due to some outstanding payments to Majesco as part of the merger. And in terms of so overall, I think we've had a tough quarter, but we do see some really positive signs. We've seen good growth in order backlog, good growth in clients, and we're seeing some really good traction in the retail and the vertical space. And also with our new acquisition, Indigo Blue, that I talked to you about last quarter, we're starting to see some real positive signs there. So I do see a strong rebound next quarter, both from a top line perspective and a bottom line perspective. And with that, let me hand you back to Sudhakar for his final remarks.
Thanks, Anand. So Mastek is actually playing in the digital space in very specific verticals. And we have made key investments. One is the long track record we have had in delivering complex transformation programs for things like the London Congestion Charge or the NHS. But now we've replicated that with the health department in the UK, with the Home Office, and so on. Second is the investment we made in adding front-end program management capabilities with Indigo Blue acquisition. I think it's a very strategic piece of the puzzle, and with the Mastek Indigo combined, I think we'll be a very powerful force in large transformation programs. The other investment we have made for the long term is our joint venture with the Law Society in the UK, where we are trying to completely digitalize the way conveyancing real estate transactions are done in the UK. It's a very exciting opportunity, very large opportunity. We are in the beta phase right now. We are proving the product, improving it, and sometime in the next year we should be ready to launch it for prime time in the market. So I'm pretty happy with the investments, with the general direction of the company we have, and the prospects that we see in the market. But stay tuned for more in the next quarter. Thank you. Thank you.